The world doesn't care about your pain. It doesn't stop spinning for your struggles. The sun rises and sets, indifferent to your battles. But in that indifference lies your power, because it means you don't owe the world an explanation. You fight, you rise, you fall, and you rise again. Alone, without permission, without apologies. Darkness surrounds you, but it doesn't consume you. No, it fuels you. It sharpens your resolve, tempers your spirit. Others fear the darkness, but you thrive in it. Because in the shadows there's no pretense, no masks, no lies. It's just you and the battle ahead. Every scar you wear, every ache in your bones, every drop of blood spilled, it's a testament to your will. It's proof that no matter how many times the world tries to crush you, you won't break. You embrace the struggle. You welcome the pain. Because it's in those moments of agony, when your mind screams for you to stop, that you grow. Most people will never understand. They cling to comfort, to light, to safety. But you've chosen a different path. The path of the warrior. The path that doesn't promise ease or reward, only challenge and growth. In this world, no one will hand you power. No one will give you respect. You take it. You earn it. With every breath, every step, every battle fought in the shadows. The darkness is where warriors are made. It's where the weak falter and the strong rise. It's where you've been forged over and over again until nothing can break you. The battles you fight aren't just physical. They're in your mind. They're in your soul. Every day is a war against doubt, against fear, against the voice that whispers, you can't do this. But you can, and you will. Because the darkness doesn't scare you. It doesn't hold you back. It fuels you. When the world says stay down, you rise. When life tries to suffocate your fire, you let it burn brighter. You don't need anyone to save you. You don't need their approval, their support, their praise. You are your own savior, your own army, your own weapon. And the truth is, the most dangerous warriors are the ones who face the darkness and come out the other side, because they know pain, they know loss. They know what it means to fight when there's nothing left. And still they keep going. That's who you are. That's what you've become. Every day you wake up to a new battle, and every day you choose to fight. Not because it's easy, not because you have to, but because it's who you are. A fighter, a warrior, a force that refuses to be stopped. People will doubt you. They'll underestimate you. They'll try to drag you back into the light, into the comfort they cling to. But you've seen too much. You know too much. You've felt the weight of despair. You've faced the crushing silence of loneliness. You've walked through the fire and survived. And now you're unstoppable. The darkness isn't your enemy. It's your ally, your fuel, your strength. Let them fear the shadows. Let them avoid the pain. Let them choose the easy road. It doesn't matter. Because when the dust settles and the weak have fallen, you'll still be standing. Stronger, harder, unyielding. You don't fight for glory. You don't fight for recognition. You fight because it's who you are. Because every battle, every struggle, every drop of blood spilled is part of your story. The story of resilience, of power, of a warrior who refused to give in. The darkness isn't your curse. It's your weapon. You've learned to see in the shadows, to thrive where others falter. You've turned your pain into strength, your fear into fire. And now you're unstoppable. Every battle has prepared you for this moment. Every loss, every setback, every night spent questioning yourself, it's all led to this. The darkness has become your home, and in that darkness you found your true self. They don't see it yet. The world doesn't know what's coming, but they will. Because when you rise, and you will rise, they'll feel the power you've built in the shadows. They'll see the strength you forged through pain and sacrifice. And they'll know that no matter how hard they try, they can't break you. You are the storm, the unrelenting force, the warrior who grinds alone, who battles in the dark, who rises when no one else will. So let them talk. Let them doubt. Let them fear. You don't need their approval. You don't need their light. Because the darkness fuels you. It drives you. It makes you unstoppable. This is your journey, your battle, your destiny. And nothing, no one can take it from you. Keep fighting. Keep rising. Keep pushing forward. Because the darkness isn't the end. It's the beginning. It's where warriors are born. And you are the darkness. You are the battle. You are the victory. Now go fight, conquer, rule. The world won't understand why you chose the hard road. They'll never see the nights you spent alone, surrounded by silence, staring into the void, questioning everything. They won't see the pain etched into your soul, the tears that never fell, the screams you buried deep within. But that's not their story to know. That's not their battle to fight. This is your war, your battlefield, your grind. They'll only see the aftermath, the warrior standing tall amidst the ruins, the scars that tell stories of battles won and lost, the fire in your eyes that refuses to dim, no matter how many storms you've weathered. And they'll wonder, how did you do it? How did you survive what would have crushed anyone else? The truth, you didn't just survive, you thrived. You took the darkness and made it yours. You turned it into your armor, your weapon, your ally. Because while others fled from the shadows, you walked into them willingly. You embraced the unknown, the fear, the pain. You let it mold you, shape you, break you, only to rebuild yourself stronger. The darkness doesn't scare you anymore. It empowers you. You've learned that the battle is never really against the world. It's against yourself, against the weaker version of you that begs for comfort, for rest, for an easier path. And every day you fight that version of yourself. Every day you win. Because the darkness doesn't give second chances. It doesn't care about excuses. It only rewards those who endure, who persist, who fight with everything they have. And that's what you do. Every single day. You don't need anyone to light the way for you. You are your own light, your own fire, your own force of nature. And when the world finally realizes what you've become, it'll be too late. They'll see the warrior forged in the crucible of pain and sacrifice, the unstoppable force born from the shadows. They'll see the darkness, and they'll know it's yours. You don't fight for them. You don't fight for recognition or applause. You fight for yourself, for the warrior within, for the unyielding spirit that refuses to be broken. And as you stand on the battlefield, battered but unbowed, you'll feel the power coursing through you. The power that comes from knowing you didn't quit. You didn't falter. You didn't let the darkness consume you. You conquered it. Light. You became it. And now nothing can stop you. Not fear, not pain, not doubt. Because you've learned that the only way out is through. The only way to win is to fight. And the only way to live is to embrace the darkness and let it fuel your battles. So keep going. Keep grinding. Keep fighting. Because every battle won in the shadows, every war fought in silence, brings you closer to the warrior you were always meant to be. And when the time comes to face your greatest challenge, you'll know. You'll know that the darkness didn't break you, it made you. You'll know that you are the storm, the chaos, the force that nothing and no one can withstand. The darkness fuels your battles. And in that darkness you found your strength, your purpose, your power. So rise, fight, and let the world feel the weight of what you've become. You are unstoppable. You are the warrior. Or you are the darkness. The battlefield stretches endlessly before you, not of land or blood, but of life itself. Every step forward is a fight. Every breath you take is defiance against the forces that want to see you fail. And yet, here you stand, unshaken, unyielding. Because you've learned that the greatest wars are waged not in the open, but in the quiet moments, when no one is watching, when no one believes. That's where legends are made, in the silence, in the solitude, in the grind. They don't understand that you don't fear failure. You don't fear pain. What you fear is becoming stagnant, letting the fire within you flicker and die. And so, you stoke it. Every day, With every battle, every sacrifice, every drop of sweat and blood, the darkness doesn't just fuel you, it defines you. It whispers truths that others are too afraid to face. It strips away illusions, leaving only what is real. And what's real is this: life is a war, and only those willing to fight for their place will survive. You've made peace with that truth. While others search for meaning and comfort, you found it in struggle. Every step you take is heavy with the weight of those who doubted you, those who betrayed you, those who thought you would fall. But you carry that weight not as a burden, but as a reminder of how far you've come, of how much you've endured. They don't know the price you've paid to stand here. The sleepless nights, the endless grind, the sacrifices no one else was willing to make. But you know, and that's enough. Because this path isn't for them. It's not for the weak, the faint-hearted, the ones who crumble at the first sign of resistance. This path is yours, and yours alone. You've walked through fire, through pain, through darkness that would have consumed anyone else. And you've come out the other side, not unscathed, but unbroken. The scars you wear are not wounds, they are armor. They are proof that you faced the worst and emerged victorious. And the fire in your soul, it's not dimming, it's growing. With every battle, with every step forward, it burns brighter. They'll never understand what drives you. They'll never understand why you keep pushing, why you refuse to stop, why you embrace the struggle when it would be so much easier to let go. But they don't need to understand, because you're not here to explain yourself. You're here to win. You're here to take everything they said you couldn't have, to become everything they said you couldn't be. And the darkness, it's not just your fuel, it's your ally, it's your home. When others falter, you press forward. When others quit, you dig deeper. When others break, you rise. Because you've learned that there's no light without darkness, no victory without struggle, no strength without pain. Every time you fall, you rise stronger. Every time you push back, you charge forward with even greater force. You are relentless. You are unbreakable. And the world will feel the weight of your determination. The battles ahead don't scare you. The challenges don't intimidate you. Because you've already faced the worst, and you're still here. Still grinding. Still fighting. Still winning. So let the storms come. Let the darkness surround you. Let the world throw everything it has at you. You won't break. Because the darkness fuels your battles. And you were born to win them. You've learned that the darkness is not the enemy. It's a crucible. A place where the weak are burned away, and only the strong emerge. Every shadow, every whisper of doubt, every moment of fear, they're not obstacles. They're tests. And you pass those tests every single day. You don't crumble under pressure, you thrive in it. You don't run from the pain, you embrace it. Because you know that pain is the price of growth. Struggle is the price of strength, and sacrifice is the price of greatness. While others chase fleeting comfort, you chase the grind. You don't need instant rewards, quick wins, or shallow praise. You're playing the long game, building something that lasts, something no one can take from you. But the path you've chosen is lonely, and that's fine. You don't need a crowd. You don't need applause. You don't need anyone to walk this path with you. Because the truth is, the higher you climb, the lonelier it gets. And you're not afraid of that. You've come to understand that solitude isn't your enemy. It's your ally. It's in the quiet moments, the moments of struggle when no one is watching, that you find out who you really are. And what you've discovered is this: you are unstoppable. The doubts, you've silenced them. The fears, you've faced them. The voices that told you to quit, you've drowned them out with the sound of your relentless grind. Because you know one thing for certain: there's no victory without sacrifice, no success without struggle, no triumph without pain. And every time you feel like giving up, you remind yourself why you started. You remind yourself of the promises you made to yourself, promises you refused to break. The world will try to distract you. It will try to lure you into comfort, into complacency. But you've built walls around your focus, around your determination. You don't have time for distractions. You don't have time for excuses. Because every moment wasted is a moment you could have spent becoming stronger. And you refuse to waste a single second. Every breath you take, every move you make, is a step closer to the warrior you're destined to become. They don't see it yet, but they will. The world doesn't understand the storm that's building inside you, but one day they'll feel its force. Because when you rise, it won't be subtle. It won't be quiet. It will shake the ground beneath their feet. You are the storm, the unrelenting force, the warrior born in the darkness. And nothing, no obstacle, no challenge, no enemy can stop you. So let the battles come. Let the pain push you. Let the darkness fuel you. Because this is what you were made for. This is your war, your grind, your destiny. Keep fighting, keep rising, keep conquering. Because you are not just a part of the darkness. You are the darkness. And nothing can extinguish your fire. The fire within you doesn't flicker, it roars. It consumes every doubt, every whisper of failure, and every shred of weakness. It turns them into ashes, leaving only pure, unyielding resolve. The darkness may surround you, but you've realized something that few ever do. The darkness is not your enemy, it's your forge. It's where your strength is honed, your will sharpened, and your purpose defined. Each day you wake up, you face a choice, stay where you are or push forward into the unknown. And every day you make the same decision. You press on, not because it's easy, but because it's necessary. You know what happens to those who linger too long in comfort? They grow soft. They lose their edge. And you can't afford that. The battles you fight are not just for survival, they're for dominance, for growth, for the unshakable belief that you can and will overcome anything. And so you grind, alone, in silence, in the shadows. Every rep, every step, every sacrifice builds you. Strength is not given, it's earned. It's forged in the fires of effort, cooled in the winds of resilience, and polished in the solitude of struggle. While others sleep, you work. While others complain, you endure. While others give up, you dig deeper. Because you understand something they don't. Nothing worth having comes without a price, and you're willing to pay it. The road is long, but you embrace it. The weight is heavy, but you carry it. The pain is sharp, but you use it. Because in the end, pain is temporary. Weakness is temporary. Doubt is temporary. But the strength you gain from enduring, that lasts forever. Let them doubt you. Let them misunderstand you. Let them question why you keep going when the odds are stacked against you. You owe them no answers. Your actions speak louder than any explanation ever could. Because when they see the result, when they see the warrior you become, they'll understand. They'll understand that the darkness didn't break you. It built you. It transformed you into something they can't comprehend, something they can't defeat. You are a force of nature, a relentless, unstoppable warrior. And the battles you fought in silence will echo louder than any words. So keep going, keep grinding, keep fighting. Because every step forward brings you closer to your destiny. Every ounce of effort brings you closer to the victory you've been working for. And when the time comes to claim it, you'll do so with the confidence of someone who knows they've earned it. The world isn't ready for what you're becoming. But that doesn't matter. You're not doing this for them. You're doing this for you. You. For the fire that burns inside you. For the warrior who refuses to give up. For the legacy you're creating. So rise, warrior. Rise from the ashes of your pain, from the depths of your struggle, from the shadows of doubt. Because you are not just fueled by the darkness. You are the darkness. Light. And the world will know your name. You are the darkness. And soon the world will tremble at the power you've harnessed within it. The world may try to tell you that it's too hard, too impossible, that the road is too long and too lonely, but you've already proven that nothing is beyond your reach. Because you've seen what lies on the other side of struggle. You've felt the taste of victory after every battle, every sacrifice. You've known the sting of pain, But you've learned that pain is simply the price of becoming what you're meant to be. Every step in the dark, every moment of doubt, every ounce of fear, it's all part of the process. It's all a necessary fuel for the fire that burns in you. And it's that fire that will carry you forward when the rest of the world has fallen behind. The grind, it's relentless, but so are you. The struggle, it's real, but it's nothing compared to the strength you've gained from it. You've learned to stand tall under pressure, to rise with every fall, to keep fighting even when the world says it's over. Because you know better. You know that the only thing that ends a battle is the warrior who chooses to quit. And quitting, that's never been an option for you. You've seen the path of the weak, those who seek comfort, who run from struggle, who shudder at the thought of facing their deepest fears. And you've walked away from that path. You've chosen a harder road, a road where the only light is the one you create with your will, your strength, your determination. And that light, it's a beacon. It's the symbol of everything you've overcome, everything you've become. The darkness isn't a curse, it's a weapon. It's the armor you wear as you march forward, unafraid, unbroken. And as you walk through this world, you'll see the faces of those who thought they could stop you. Those who thought you'd give in. Those who laughed when you fell. Those who whispered that you weren't strong enough. They'll see you now, standing tall, rising higher than they ever imagined possible, because the darkness you've embraced has shaped you into something they can't comprehend. You're not just surviving, you're thriving. You're becoming the very thing they feared. And when they look into your eyes, they'll see it. They'll see the fire, the storm, the warrior who was forged by every battle, every hardship, every moment of darkness. They'll know that you're not just a survivor. You are the force that drives forward, relentless, unstoppable. The world may throw its hardest challenges at you, but you'll face them all. And when the dust settles, you'll be standing, stronger than before, sharper than ever. You are the warrior who rises when others fall. You are the darkness that fuels your battles. You are the one who keeps pushing when everything inside you says to stop. You are a force, a storm, a legend in the making. And nothing will stand in your way. So keep grinding, keep moving, keep becoming who you were always meant to be. Because the battle has only just begun. And when the final war is fought, it will be you standing victorious, the darkness now your throne, the world bowing before the unbreakable warrior you've become. You are unstoppable. You are unbreakable. You are the darkness. And you are the future. You are the future. And the world will soon learn that to challenge you is to invite their own destruction. The grind is not over. It's only just begun. The path ahead is still littered with trials, with enemies that will rise to test you, with obstacles that will seem insurmountable. But those who truly understand the power of darkness know this. Every challenge is just another chance to grow, to sharpen your resolve, to prove that nothing can stand in your way. Let them come. The storms, the doubts, the betrayals. They are nothing but passing shadows in comparison to the fire that burns within you. And when they try to break you, they will only find themselves broken in the process, for you are built differently. You are forged in the fires of your own trials. And in the end, they will see what they never understood, that you did not rise in spite of the darkness, you rose because of it. So embrace it, cherish it. Let the dark moments become your strength, the hardships fuel your relentless pursuit. There is nothing to fear, nothing that can deter you from the path you've chosen. You've walked it before, and you will walk it again. And every step you take, every breath you draw, brings you closer to the inevitable, the victory, the glory, the triumph that only the hardest of warriors earn. The world may not understand. The world may mock. The world may try to stop you, but they are not the ones walking in your shoes. They do not know the weight of your struggles. They do not understand the depths of your resolve. And so you leave them behind. You leave them in the dust, because you are a different breed. You are a force of nature, a relentless storm that cannot be contained. You will not be controlled. You will not be stopped. Every time you fall, you rise. Every time you're knocked down, you get back up stronger than before. Every time the darkness surrounds you, you grow into it. You don't just survive, you conquer. You do not fight for the approval of others. You do not grind for anyone but yourself. This battle is yours, and you will not rest until the world knows that your name is synonymous with power, strength, and resilience. You are the one who has walked through hell and emerged not only unscathed, but with flames in your eyes. You are the warrior who has seen the darkness and made it your weapon, your ally, your kingdom. The time is coming when others will kneel, not out of pity, but out of fear and respect, because they will see what you've built, what they never thought possible. The world will bow before you, because they will finally understand that there is no force on earth more dangerous than a warrior who has embraced the darkness and made it their own. So rise, warrior. Rise from the ashes of every failure. Rise from the dust of every battle lost. Rise from the depths of every shadow that threatened to consume you. You are not defined by your past. You are shaped by the strength it gave you, the lessons it taught you, and the power it forged in your soul. And as you rise, you will claim what is rightfully yours. Because the darkness that fuels your battles is not just a force, it is your destiny. And no one, not one soul on this earth, can take that from you. So grind, fight, never relent. Because the world will soon know that your rise is inevitable. You are the darkness. And nothing can stop you now. Nothing can stop you now. The journey ahead is long, but it no longer feels like a burden. It feels like a calling. Every trial, every hardship, every dark moment is a step closer to the warrior you are meant to be. And that warrior is a force to be reckoned with. You no longer fear the obstacles in your path. In fact, you welcome them. Each new challenge only sharpens your edge. It is in the face of adversity that your true power emerges. You rise not because you have to, but because you were born to. Others will fall. They will falter. They will bow to the pressure, surrender to their weaknesses, and let the darkness consume them. But not you. No, you are the darkness. You are the storm that no one can weather. They will call you ruthless. They will call you relentless. They will call you cold, unfeeling, unyielding. Let them. You know the truth. You know that every step you take is a victory. You know that every moment of suffering, every sacrifice, every ounce of pain is forging the warrior you are becoming. And when the world finally realizes who you are, it will be too late for them. They will already be beneath you, crushed by the weight of their own doubts and weaknesses. You won't stop. You won't rest, because you have seen the future, and it belongs to you. The dark path that lies ahead is not something to fear, it is something to embrace. Every step forward, no matter how difficult, brings you closer to the one thing you know is inevitable, your victory. Others may still be lost in their search for comfort. But you know that greatness is not found in comfort. It's found in the struggle, in the fight, in the relentless pursuit of your goals, no matter how hard the journey may seem. Your battles may be fought in the shadows, but they are far from meaningless. Every drop of sweat, every moment of exhaustion, every ounce of energy you pour into this fight is creating the foundation for something unstoppable. You are becoming the weapon you've always needed to be. You don't wait for the world to give you a chance. You take it, you create it. You make your own opportunities. And when you do, you don't just seize them, you dominate them. The pain you endure, the darkness you face, the grind you endure, it's all part of your plan. The world won't see it coming. They won't know what hit them. But when you rise, there will be no denying your power. No one will question the warrior you have become. So continue. Keep grinding. Keep fighting. Keep moving forward, no matter how heavy the weight feels. Because you were never meant to be like everyone else. You were meant to rise above them. And when you reach the peak, when the world looks up at the force you've become, they will see the truth. You are the darkness, and nothing can extinguish your fire. Nothing can stop you now. You've already won, and all that's left is to watch the world bow before your unstoppable power.